Good afternoon, London. My name is Hina, and I'm coming to you from the Master Shah Tao Center here in London. And we had an unexpected visitor with a really delightful story. So I'm actually really excited to welcome Dr. Shraddha. So welcome, Shraddha. How are you?
Hi, Hina. Thank you. Thank you for the surprise. And I'm super excited to be here. Serendipity.
Yeah, so ever since the center has gone just to a broadcasting center, as soon as we have visitors, we're like, okay, you need to come on and share a story. Now, Shraddha has been a Dow Hands practitioner since 2019, and she's a doctor, like I mentioned, in A&E here in London, in England, and Shraddha's had many beautiful stories. And I remember stories for your a story about your mom, about your own experiences helping a health condition. And it's just so beautiful the way that all these transformations that you describe. But today we're going to pick one, and this one is going to be about relationships. So, Shraddha, tell us, what is your experience with relationships and what was the transformation that you noticed?
I think the most important relationship is the relationship we have with ourselves. And it has been an ongoing journey because my spiritual journey started almost 20 years ago after my father's death. And I think as I have evolved and learned to love myself and be compassionate to myself, I think what's inside has started to come outside and has started to then sort of seep in my whether personal relationships or work related relationships. So I think um, we all are evolving and growing. So I can't actually give you a number or where on the spectrum, but it is a continuous journey. And when you talk about transformation, I think we need to take ownership and accountability. Um, if we don't put 100% and at times a 500%, it's the results or the outcomes are all in our hand, and we must do our own part as well.
Oh, well, beautifully said. And you're right. The most important relationship is the relationship with ourselves. And hello, Maureen and Phoebe Cat. So if you're viewing us right now, please say hello, and we will be more than happy to say hello back. So Shraddha, but what I've noticed is that in my personal journey, when I learned to really love myself, all my external relationships got better. And is that what you noticed as well with your relationship transformations, or?
So I think the two areas that I did focus on was um, not just self love, but even appreciating oneself and being compassionate, forgiving oneself. And I do agree with you that as we work on our inner self, it starts reflecting because we have more light, we have more love, we are more patient, and hence our relationships then reflect that. So yes, I completely agree with what your experience has been.
So, do you want to tell us about one specific relationship that you've noticed a difference or an evolution?
So I think everyone, including me, has had enough challenges and even beautiful transformations in our innermost circle. Whether it's our parents, it's our siblings, it's our co-workers that we probably are like a work family. But as we evolve, the need of a best friend, a companion, or a life partner, or whatever word you'd like to use for it, I think everyone wants to find the perfect match. So
Oh,
so I think that relationship is outside of ourselves. I think as one grows and evolves and becomes independent is the most important. Um, so after understanding this journey, and in Master Shah's words, I would say it's the journey of finding your true love. And I remember a few years ago doing an online course about this, and they had a couple of classes and sort of the why, how, and what. And the most important was forgiving oneself and loving oneself unconditionally, and being there for ourselves, and actually being happy with oneself. Um, so I went through my whole journey of being lonely
Mhm.
and having lots of friends and lots of colleagues, but not feeling it in my heart that this person could be the person who is the right person. It was that feeling that never came. And although I did like people, it just didn't feel like the right place, the right time. With the transformation happening in my own life, and my professional goals, I just didn't feel it was the right person. But I did keep working on myself, and eventually I then received more clarity to soul readings, and I also uh, began to understand that one has to take responsibility and accountability. Um, so there I was. I think it was August 2021 that I decided what I really wanted in my life and in different aspects. And one of the aspects was my partner. And I think when that clarity came through, I was very clear when I started to date. Uh, and I often make this joke, and I think everyone knows about you know um,
Mhm.
the story of kissing the frog, and then it turns out to be this Prince Charming. I often say that I had to go on so many dates. I had to meet so many tadpoles to actually find a frog.
Mhm.
So you have to be quite vulnerable and open and honest, and you have to have your non-negotiables. So when you do your inner work, and it could be any way, whether it's spiritual, emotional, physical, on different levels. That's how you do the work, and then um, the universe basically matches what we are doing. And like they say, what you seek is seeking you. Um, and yeah, and then you will eventually meet a person which which to you would then feel right. And I think up
Mhm.
until now I've heard people say that when you know. uh, and I think that is very true. So when you know, and it might, the sun and the moon shine at their own time. So please don't compare when and how you meet a person and your own personal journey with this special person to anyone else. Um, and once you find the person, then the true journey actually begins.
Mhm.
Uh,
Wow, that is so beautifully said. That is everything that you said just is just so beautiful, and really I'm sure resonates with many people. I myself feel the same type of journey that you went through, especially because if you are very professionally ambitious like you are being a doctor, so it's almost harder sometimes to find um, that balanced partner as well. So it was just really beautiful, and I'm so happy for you that now you're on this journey. And the best part is that because you've known yourself, you know yourself so much more on a deeper layer, that you feel you into it, like, okay, this person is the right person, which is beautiful, because I know for years I was totally clouded. I was like, just like, because I think we all go through that process where we're like, this one, maybe, no, no, So getting soul readings really saves a lot of time and, dare I say, a lot of pain and heartache. So, Shraddha, thank you so much for taking your time to be with us today. And thank you, everyone, for listening to us. If you
Thank you.
are, any closing words before we log off?
Um, think from my own personal experience, if there's um, a one sentence sort of part of wisdom, I'd say that finding that person who you resonate with is 50% of the work, but every day that you're with the person, there would be ups and downs, and you will be tested, and there will be challenges, and all of that. You still want to be with this person and make it happen, and I think that's the remainder of the journey that these two people in the relationship then carry forward. It's not like in movies. Real life is quite different. So I think one must always be grateful and always want um, the other person to be happy as much as they make you happy. So it has to be a win-win situation. Thank you.
Well, that was absolutely beautiful. So, with those closing words, I will just finish up by telling our viewers some of our events. Tonight is our Wednesday Tao Transformation evenings. These are completely complimentary evenings where every Wednesday night we do tend to work on a different topic. The banner that you see, yep, okay, free event, Wednesday Tao Transformation evenings at 7 p.m. United Kingdom time. And tonight's topic is going to be taught by Meyer Shah, and it will be healing anger. Now, many of us think that we're not angry people, but anger has, with everything else, a lot of different layers, and we can code it by saying, sugarcoat it by naming it different things like annoyance or frustration or irritability. But at the end of the day, it's all anger, and it's an emotion that we really, really have to learn how to transform. So if you get irritated, annoyed, frustrated, or just plain old angry, please join us tonight. It's a completely complimentary session, and you will learn more about the different emotions and how they affect our bodies. So even if you don't relate to anger, if you relate to any negative emotion like worry, sadness, grief, fear, um, or any of these types of negative emotions, then please join because you will definitely gain something. This coming Saturday is a very special event. It is our Tao Transformation Day, and it is a 3-hour workshop, Tao Field Transformation on the 27th of May. It's from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And here we have all three of our teachers, David Lush, Meyer Shah, Natalie Choplin, who are going to be teaching this 3-hour workshop with a very, very special light transmission. So there's the link, and you can find out more. So thank you everybody for joining us today. Please join us next Wednesday for our Facebook Live. And every single Wednesday are complimentary sessions. There are some Thursdays where we also have complimentary sessions. So please check out our webpage, which will be in the information section. So I thank you so much, everybody, and see you next Wednesday. And once again, thank you, Shraddha, for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your beautiful heart and your beautiful story. And I'm sure we will hear more and more. So thank you and goodbye, everybody.